Hi everyone, welcome back to Marketing Ninja Unleashed. Today I have Kieron Edwards from Kieron Edwards Construction and Development with me today. We are part of the same networking group and I met Kieron a few weeks ago. We were talking about his business and how one of the strengths for his business is to focus on quality over quantity. And I thought that was really, really powerful and really important. So I'm going to hand over to Kieron to talk about why quality is so important in his business.
How's it going, everyone? My name is Kieron Edwards. Yeah, for me, quality over quantity is important because my reputation, it takes me a lifetime to build it, and one job to absolutely ruin it. So if I do one job that is not up to my standard of quality, just my own personal standard of quality, my reputation can be tarnished. So I'd rather stick to 5 jobs a year and get all of them completed to a high standard, even all the bits behind the scenes like payments, program, hitting targets on all 5 projects to keep the quality and to ensure that quality to every client is very important. And obviously in doing that, I'm giving my clients the best service I possibly can on each project because I'm not spreading myself thin over, say, 20 projects a year. So I'm able to focus and give my attention to detail in every project.
So your customers, they want houses, obviously, and that's what you build for them. But other than the actual finished house, what's actually important to them? So what do they really care about? And we've talked about, we were having a conversation about one of your customers who didn't quite trust you or didn't quite trust builders, and you managed to overcome that. So it'd be great to tell us a little more about that.
Yeah. So one of the projects, I wasn't the first choice builder, and the lady had a lot of concerns, all these questions like, what if we're not happy with the quality of workmanship? What if you run away with our money? She had all these concerns because obviously they are out there and builders do these things, but I just pretty much said to her, look, if I do any of these things, I'll just wrap it in tomorrow. But then also the things that I have in place already set up, I've got contracts, schedule of works. We're part of the Guild of Master Craftsmen, which also offer a conciliation service for us. So if any issues do arise, they act as the third party to deal with this situation. And obviously we have a payment plan set up. So we have all these processes set up within the business to give the client peace of mind before we even start the project. And then obviously with this particular client, we won the job. And as the weeks went on, and she's seen that we was doing the job to a good standard, and the payment terms was actually happening in real time, we built a lot of trust as the project went on, and built up quite a good relationship with the client as the project went on over the months. So yeah, trust is very important.
Is there anything else that's important to your customers as well? So you've got obviously trust, getting the final product. Is there anything else that they look out for?
Yeah, like timekeeping, integrity. You're going to do what you say you are going to deliver. If they're there on the job or they ain't, if you say you're going to build to a certain standard and you're doing that, you have to deliver that. Also, I'd say fairness, especially with pricing. Pricing in the construction is very varied. So just to be fair, you're giving them good quality. You're giving them a good price and value for that price. Knowledge, they expect you to be knowledgeable. A lot of the times the clients have got a lot of questions to ask you as the job is progressing. So you need to be quite knowledgeable to answer these questions, because as they're answering these questions, they don't know. So you're also building them with confidence that the project's running smooth, and you're installing trust, and you basically making the projects like hassle free, so they can sleep well at night.
I completely get that. We had our kitchen done at the beginning of this year, and I spoke to loads of kitchen providers, lots of kitchen fitters, and actually the people that I wanted to go with were the ones that said, we'll do everything. You don't have to worry about anything at all. And they kept us in the loop. They told us what was going to happen. We were asking questions along the way, and they were able to answer all of those. Like you say, it's about you know your industry. I'm just asking questions, and this is a very my kitchen is really important to me in the same way for your customers, their houses and everything you're building for them is important to them. They want to know that you're going to look after it and you care as much as I do, I guess. So yeah, that all makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. I think more than anything, it's the relationship. If I know you through networking. If I come and do a job at your house, we've built that relationship already. Relationships are very important. I think they go a long way in business and in everything that you do.
Yep, I completely agree. Yeah, that's really, really helpful. So just moving on to you as a business owner then. How long have you been running the business for?
So we've been limited since June 2019.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, what's that? Six years. So yeah, it's been a bit of a journey.
I think you've also done lots of work abroad as well, I believe. You were in New Zealand for a while.
Yeah, yeah. I was in New Zealand for 4 years, building a lot of earthquake damaged properties in Christchurch, just building a lot of timber frame houses. It's all timber frame out there because of earthquakes. But yeah, there for 4 years. I came back to the UK May 2019 with £1,000, and I bought a Ford Transit Connect with that £1,000. So I started from zero 6 years ago.
Wow.
It's been a very interesting journey.
So thinking about that journey and the challenges that you faced along the way, what would you say has been the biggest challenge as a business owner?
The biggest challenge is staying in a coherent state. For me, it's like you have all these dreams and aspirations of being this business, but or being the person to run the business, basically. And you have to, change your mindset. You have to upgrade yourself so much. Learn new things, listen to audiobooks that you never think that you'd listen to, learn things that you never thought you'd have to learn. And it's just a constant cycle of learning and, kind of upgrading yourself constantly.
Okay, that makes sense. And one final question then. So, if you could give any advice to another business owner or any other business owner, any industry, what would that be?
It would just be that to try to keep yourself in a state of, there's a lot of external noise. It's just to try and control that and limit that and just find that inner peace. Just look after your own well-being because you can kind of lose yourself in moments. So don't stop doing things that you do enjoy. Like, I enjoy going to the gym. So like now I have to train, like, because there was times early on where it was just all business and it was like you're just losing yourself. And so then had to start back training because it's something that I enjoy. And then along the way I've meditation. I like to meditate. That helps a lot. It takes you to another internal state, keeps you really focused and not really, because like you say, the external noise can get into you. So that helps not really focus on that too much.